Welcome back to the channel. This is Sean. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the Tusk rear rack and the installation of the Tusk Excursion bags. The Excursion bags are a step down from the Highlander, which is Tusk Rocky Mountain ATV-MC's largest rackless system. I think this is going to be enough for me for when I do the Trans-America Trail and other adventures. I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about, but I've watched a lot of videos and I'm anxious to get out here and do this, so I'm experimenting and seeing what I think is going to work. I pretty much have this system packed right now, pretty close to what I think that I will take. So I'm going to show you, I've experimented. I showed a previous video of these bags with the other rack that I had, Precision motorcycle racks, rear rack. Stood a little too proud, made these bags sit up a little too high. So I'm going to install these and hopefully you'll be able to notice the difference. At least my perspective is that they sit lower, which is going to help with the center of gravity. And again, I'm a minimalist. I don't want to carry more than I have to. I think adding extra weight to the bike can take away from the adventure itself. If you're struggling with the bike and the handling of the bike, you're not going to enjoy your ride. So that's the reason I want to carry as little as possible. I'm debating whether I carry camping gear or not. This setup right here that you see does not include the camping gear. I have all my camping gear in the small duffel from Tusk. So this small duffel actually has all my camping gear in it, okay? It has my tent, it has my sleeping bag, it has my mattress underneath the sleeping bag, it's got my chair, it's got everything, okay? The only thing it doesn't have is cooking, because I don't plan to cook, all right? If I do camp, I'm gonna stop at local mom and pops and grab stuff to eat and then go camp. Quite honestly, I don't think I'm gonna be a camper guy, okay? Call me a sissy, call me a weenie, call me a lightweight, but I think I'm gonna hotel my stuff, okay? If I'm doing the Trans-America Trail, I'm gonna be hoteling it at night. I just don't, I want to enjoy the adventure. I don't want to suffer. And, you know, I suffer enough during a race. I don't need to suffer on something I'm supposed to be doing for fun. And here's a smaller, a 10 liter from Tusk. This is my tail bag that I've kind of regulated to the back shelf because I use these Traverse bags as my everyday carry bags now. But I'll have a separate video of those. Again, I've already done a video prior to with the previous rack, but I want to show you what I consider to be enhancements by going to the Tusk rack with the Tusk luggage. Finally, tank bag, which I'm not sold on tank bags. I know a lot of people use them. They're too big, they're too bulky. I don't like them in front of me. From a racing background, I'm used to moving forward on the bike, and it just feels cumbersome. I haven't ruled it out. I bought a very inexpensive one to mess around with to see if I like it or not. Because if I stay with one, it's definitely going to be small. Okay, it's going to be for the phone and a couple other things, nothing more. But I've been able to, like I said, this was the big surprise to me, is to be able to get all the camping gear in this 22 liter bag from Tusk. So let me go ahead and get everything ready, and we'll show you how, at least how you figured out, I think is going to work for me installing these Tusk Excursion bags. Again, they're the smaller ones. I would guess that they're probably equivalent to the Moscow Moto 40s, and I think the Highlander is equivalent to the Moscow Moto 80s. But so these are 40s. These are small, okay? But again, I don't want to carry a lot of stuff. I want to enjoy the ride. I want to enjoy the bike. I want to enjoy the handling. We already know that the Honda CRFs have very poor suspension, so when you add weight to them, it's going to make it even worse. So as the weather warms up and I experiment carrying a load, we'll see how things go. Maybe some of you with a lot more experience than I do doing these long trips, because I don't have any experience doing these long trips. I just have tried to watch more videos than I can describe to try to understand, you know, what I may need or what I may expect. But yeah, call me a sissy, call me a wimpy. I'm gonna hotel it. But the question comes out to be, do you carry the camping gear in the event that you have an emergency and you can't get to a hotel? If I'm stranded somewhere in the middle of Utah, broke down, and I have to overnight, do I carry camping gear for that reason? I'm kind of inclined to say no, but it may cause me to carry some emergency gear that maybe wouldn't be a full camping setup, but could get you through the night. All right, so let me get everything ready and we will install the Excursion rackless panniers from Tusk at Rocky Mountain ATV-MC. So what I'll try to do here, doing this by myself, is give you a wide shot, and once I accomplish something, then pick up the camera, show it to you closely so you can see it. So let's get started. One of the things I like about this setup is you can remove it from the bike very quickly, take it into your hotel room, my hotel room, okay, and feel pretty secure about it. So already here you can see these are sitting a little bit lower than they were with the Precision motorcycle racks. Now I don't have them strapped down yet, but my first step is to secure these here on the back, which will come through here. Okay, that's going to be the step that I do next. Okay, so these are the two stern rear tie downs that I've used. I went through the cutouts in the Tusk rack and have snugged these down very, very securely. The extra, I'm not sure if I'm going to cut it or I'm going to save it. Until I actually start doing some travels on it, I'm going to leave it uncut and then only cut it as the last resort. Same with all this up here. This is for securing other stuff. Right now, that's the home. So now I'm going to secure the bags on the sides. I've mentioned in a couple other videos that leaving these passenger pegs on has actually turned out to be a blessing. You run your strap behind here. Okay, snug it down, go ahead and pull a little snug and then lock this up. Works as an additional clamp. Not by design, but it works pretty good. Particularly works good on these smaller bags. So again, just open this up a little bit, snug it down. Extra that would be secured here or trimmed off. Same thing on the other side. honestly, that's about it. What I have in here is I have a, let me open it up and show you. This is just an aluminum water bottle. In the event that I break down and I have to have a fire and I have to boil some water, I can do that. Actually, sorry, that's stainless steel, not aluminum. And you want stainless steel instead of aluminum if you're going to be boiling water. So, bottle holder here. And then on the other side, I have the Grail water purifier. I know you've seen the straws and the other things that are available, but this, you put the water in, press this down, it's kind of like a coffee press. It causes the water to be filtered through here. So if you're stuck somewhere, or if I get stuck somewhere and I have nothing but contaminated water to get to, I can use this versus the little straw or the other water filtration things. So it also will double as another water bottle. So that's the reason I've gone that route. Not carrying extra fuel because I figure that I'm going to get 200 up to 215 miles out of a tank. So, and I believe from what I've read, the furthest distance between fuel stops on the tap is 150 miles. So I think I'm good there. So what's in here in these bags? I have my clothes on the left side and my toiletries, and on the right side, just a few little odds and ends. Not a whole lot. I'm trying to leave room for like tire irons and etc. and tubes potentially, for tire repair. Because in my previous video I showed you my toolkit, which I'm very, very pleased with. So the only thing I'm lacking there is a way to inflate the tire, whether it's a hand pump, CO2 cartridges, or a rechargeable pump. So that's going to be included. The tubes, 1 or 2 tubes, and the tire irons. That's all that I'm missing right now. So I have an oversized emergency kit. This is going to be pared down. But this is just in here right now just to take up space, just so I can see how much room I've got. So everything else in here is just miscellaneous stuff. Port side, left side, is my clothes, like I said, and toiletries, and everything else is just miscellaneous over here. So I have everything, short of those couple of tools that I mentioned that I would need for tire changes, and with no camping gear. So with the camping gear, if I use the small Tusk duffel, which is 22 liters, if I want camping gear, boom, there it is. If I don't want camping gear, I still have opportunities to carry a lot more if I need to. You've got the 10-liter Tusk bag, or whatever, I suspect I will probably use this or something to carry a computer, because I want to document my trip on the tap. So I imagine I'll be downloading video every day. So I imagine that's kind of what will go up here. I'm not carrying a drone. Alternatively, you can use the tail bag, which expands even higher. So this, you can get a mess load in this thing, right? But again, weight is my key. I want to keep the bike as light as possible, carry only what I need in the event of emergency. change of pants, a couple of changes of underwear, a couple of t-shirts, an extra pair of walking around shoes, because you know you're gonna walk around in your motocross boots. So this, I'm hoping, is gonna be sufficient with one of the smaller bags. I'm hoping to only maybe use the 10 liter up here. And again, maybe for my little laptop and my GoPro accessories in here. Plus, that way they're up. If there's a fall to either side, it's a little more protected. I'd have to really turn the bike upside down to damage those. Hopefully that's the theory. So now, there's a lot of extra straps and everything else on here that you can utilize. But you can see, this is not moving with 2 straps. You have straps across the back, well, I should say 4, 2 on each side. Straps across the back, and then strap through here through the passenger peg. This is not moving, this is not going anywhere. This does sit lower than it did with the other rack. This is the reason I like this Tusk rack with this setup. Got plenty of room to add extra gear. Yeah, so I think this is going to be my long distance travel setup. Like I said, I still have plenty of room in here, because basically that first aid kit that you saw, half of that will be gone, and it's just some miscellaneous stuff in here. So if I don't carry tent camping gear, I've got a lot of room. Not a lot of weight either. I think I weighed this and it came out to be like 20 pounds, but I'll double check that, because the weight is my prime concern. I don't want to misspeak. There's a lot of opportunity to strap more stuff down on here. I don't have this strapped down the way Tusk recommends it, simply because I don't need it. They have straps going across here, everywhere else. It's just so solid, I don't see any need to do more than I've got. So, thank you for watching. We'll talk to you soon.